Hello and welcome back, and today I would like to talk to you about Activity Loop. Activity Loop is a BPMN element that allows the repetition of a task or a sub-process. Let's go straight to an example so you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Here we have a simple task of conducting an interview as a part of some unknown process. The interesting part about this task is that we do not know how many people gonna come to sit through the interview, but we somehow need to represent the fact that we're still gonna conduct an interview with every person who comes on the process model. How do we do this? Well, we use Activity Loop. This is where it's located in Draw.io, and this is the symbol for it. And all we need to do is drag and drop it in the bottom middle part of any task. And this means that this activity is now looped, but we do need completion condition for this task in order to know when we're gonna stop repeating this action and proceed further into the process. This completion condition is represented by a simple text annotation in which we write when we're gonna stop doing the task. So in our case, we're gonna conduct interview for each candidate, and when there are no more candidates, we're gonna proceed with the process. So it's very simple for single tasks. Now let's take a look if it's any different to use on a sub-process. Here we have a very primitive example of a book publishing process. We have our start event, that book is received, then we take a closer look at the book, finalize the book, publish the book, and the end event is that the book is published. Let's take a closer look at the sub-process of finalizing the book. So here is our sub-process of finalizing the book. We have our start event being book investigated, then we correct any errors we find, and then we review the book to make sure it's clean now and is ready to be published. And then we have the end event of book being reviewed, and after that we go to the next action in the actual process and publish the book. So as you can understand, we do not know how many times the sub-process of finalizing the book will be executed. We have no idea if it's going to be 1 time, 10 times, 20 times, or even more. So we have to loop this sub-process. And in order to do so, we have 2 options. We can either drag and drop a loop symbol right here, or in Draw.io, an existing looped sub-process is located here. So you just drag and drop it. Now, we need completion condition for the sub-process, the same as with a normal task. In our case, the completion condition is until book is approved. So when the review is positive and we say that this book is ready to be published, we stop executing this sub-process and we move on to the action of publishing the book. Here in the sub-process itself, you have to have a decision activity. A decision activity is an activity that determines if the sub-process can be finished or not. In our case, it's reviewed book. So if the outcome is negative, we initiate the sub-process again. We correct the errors and we come back to this decision activity. But if the outcome is positive and we're happy, then the sub-process ends. So it's not that hard with sub-process either. All you need to do is to put a loop symbol on the sub-process, give it a completion condition so you know when to move on to the next action. And in the sub-process, you need to include a decision activity. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and until next time, happy modeling.